Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful fall morning, autumnal morning here in Prague, and I'm out on the porch having a lovely coffee, and I really want to talk very importantly about what's going on today, because this is No King's Day back in the U.S. We are having a No King's Day demonstration here in Prague in front of the Rudolphinium at 3:30. I'm going to try to get to that, but I do have a tour tonight, so I don't know whether I'm going to be able to. But this is a vital moment in our nation. I think that two things can happen today. Either so many people turn out, so many people turn up, peacefully do what they need to do so they cannot deny our voices. Right now, the GOP, the far right, they're trying to say that anyone who comes out today, anyone who speaks out against the president, anyone who speaks out against the regime is either a member of Hamas, a Hamas sympathizer, is Antifa, which always confuses me because Antifa really means anti-fascist. There is no organization called Antifa. It's just kind of a large smattering of things going on. There's no centralized Antifa headquarters. And so if you're anti-fascist and you're denouncing people who are anti-fascist, does that not make you pro-fascist? So that can happen. Or this regime can use anything they want that happens today to declare martial law. Now, there are a lot of people who are saying that martial law will be affected today, no matter what happens, due to the sheer number that comes out into the street. But we cannot let that happen. We cannot let them win. We cannot let the great nation that is the United States of America, this great republic, constitutional republic that is based on democracy, we cannot let it die in the dirt at the feet of Stephen Miller, Donald Trump, Peter Thiel, J.D. Vance, the entire regime, Kristi Noem, Puppy Hiller, Pam Bondi lying through her teeth, Kash Patel, who looks like a deer in headlights every time he has to testify before Congress, and, of course, the great drunken white supremacist Pete Hegseth, who seems to be somehow in charge of the Pentagon. So those are the two outcomes of today. Either they have to take back all of their words, or they just use any excuse to impose martial law. Now, they are going out of their way to denounce people in this riot. They are going out of their way to make those of us who are anti-Trump, they want anyone who is anti-Trump to be classified as a terrorist. They want anyone who even mentions Antifa, I fight fascists, to be classified as a domestic terrorist. How many people is that going to affect? Millions of people. Because right now the majority is not on their side. The disapproval ratings of this presidency are in the toilet. The disapproval ratings of how ICE is operating is in the toilet. So we have to show them today in numbers what our power as American people really, really conveys. So here's some things, just morning tips that I've gotten from everybody that is going to the march today. ICE, and along with the Peter Thiel, a man who is so against democracy it's not even funny, and who has the vice president in his back pocket financially. Peter Thiel wants the democracy to fail. ICE is now incorporating into their technology iris scanners, facial scanners. They are finding ways to hack into your phone, to read your messages, to do all of these things. Anything to profile you, anything to claim that, oh, you said this against Donald Trump, therefore you are a terrorist. So be very careful today. Turn off your cell phones. If you have your cell phones on to take pictures, to take videos, make sure the location is off. Put it to airplane mode, whatever you need to do so your phone cannot be tracked. Also, somehow, ICE gets to wear masks. Somehow disguise yourself so that facial recognition software will not work on you. Put on a fake beard, put on a floppy sun hat, put on big sunglasses, something that is not going to allow facial recognition to come at you. Also, FBI is going to have instigators trying to blend into the peaceful protesters in an attempt to start violence. They will be very, very obvious because they're just going to stand out. They're going to be wearing a lot of baggy clothes to hide what equipment they have on them. If they do not have baggy clothes on, you could probably see the outline of their bulletproof vest under their clothing. One thing to do is also to check that if they're talking like this into their wrists, they probably have a radio there. And they may try to disguise it as like I'm talking, I've got a little thing in my nose, so I'm talking. There will also be a small radio wire coming out of their shirt and going into their ear. Now, these are very, very small. They're very imperceptible, but you can percept them if they can. Now, first things first, do not engage these people. But try to get video that shows their face. Try to get video that shows the microphone coming out of the back. Try to get all of this on tape so that when they say these instigators, we know it's not us. And the world will know it's not us because we have the proof on video. Do not reveal your location to anyone. Tell people not to call you. Make sure you have emergency contact information on you. Make sure you have identification on you. Make sure that you have all of these steps taken care of before you go out and protest today. Remember, remain peaceful, as I'm sure we all will. Any violence that is going to start is going to be started by these FBI and ICE instigators that will be in the crowd. More than likely, members of the Proud Boys, people that were pardoned because of the January 6th insurrection, all of these things. And members of the National Guard and the military, I want you to remember your oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Yes, it says follow the orders of the president, but you are not obligated to follow those orders if you deem those orders unconstitutional and against the first part of your oath. Right now, the enemies are within. It's not us. It is Donald Trump, the puppet master, Stephen Miller, Kristi Noem, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and most importantly, the man who wants our democracy to fail more than anyone, Peter Thiel. So, I've actually figured out that Trump is not actually running the country. He is the mouthpiece. They tell him what to say. And if you've seen him lately, you've seen how mentally impaired he is, how physically impaired he is. So basically, every word coming out of his mouth is written and fed to him by Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, Pee Wee German, our very own Goebbels, is in charge. A hideous white supremacist whose family actually fled Nazi Germany, and his family has disowned him, is running the country right now, along with Kristi Noem, Pam Bondi, Steve Bannon, you know, is back there somewhere, and Peter Thiel. I want you to go out there. I want you to protest. But most assuredly, I want you to be safe. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.